Some stories begin with laughter, but end in death. Others are whispered in the dark and become legends that never die. And some are buried deep in the blood of families who can never escape their own past. Tonight, 3 terrifying tales await you. A live stream that turned into a nightmare, a witch whose voice still haunts the night, and a cabin hiding one of the darkest family secrets in America. The question is, are these just stories, or warnings of horrors that are still out there? Raphael Graven, better known online as Gene Pelmanov, was not a celebrity or a movie star. He was a streamer who promised entertainment whenever he went live. But the entertainment wasn't gaming or comedy. It was cruelty. His so-called friends slapped him, poured drinks on him, shot him with paintballs, while the audience filled the chat with laughing emojis and showered donations. Every grimace, every humiliation brought more money. To viewers, it was fun. To Gene, it was torment. Behind the forced smile, he was breaking apart. In a message to his mother, he wrote, "I feel like I've been kidnapped. I can't take this anymore." But the audience never saw that. They only saw what the camera showed. A man mocked, beaten, shamed, while strangers applauded. Then came the marathon stream. 12 days, non-stop, no proper food or sleep. On day 1, Gene still smiled, trying to play along. By day 3, his speech slurred, and viewers laughed, thinking he was drunk. By day 5, he begged to rest, but his so-called friends gave him spiked drinks instead. The audience cheered. On day 7, he trembled, unable to keep his eyes open. Each time he collapsed, they shook him awake, mocking his weakness. By day 10, his eyes were hollow, his voice cracked, and his body was failing. And still, people stayed tuned, paying to see what happened next. On the 12th day, it ended. Gene slumped forward in his chair, unmoving. The chat went wild, some calling it the best acting they'd ever seen. One of his friends nudged his body and muttered coldly, "Is he dead?" Moments later, the screen went black. But the real horror wasn't just that the world witnessed his death. It was that thousands participated in it. His friends poisoned him, deprived him of rest, and mocked his suffering. Yet the faceless viewers who laughed, encouraged, and paid to see him pushed further. Are they innocent, or just as guilty? Gene's death sparked outrage worldwide. Police labeled it abuse, poisoning, and exhaustion. The public argued. Some blamed the bullies in the room, others the platform that allowed it, and many pointed fingers at the audience itself. Because in truth, this wasn't just one man's tragedy. It was a reflection of something darker in all of us. We live in a time where suffering is turned into content, where pain equals views, where even death can be live-streamed to thousands who choose to laugh instead of help. Some said Gene chose it, that he was weak. But was it really a choice when humiliation, pressure, and manipulation left him no escape? Others said the viewers didn't know better. But ignorance doesn't erase responsibility. Imagine someone drowning while thousands watch, cheering, filming, tossing coins instead of saving. Would you call them innocent? Gene's last words weren't on stream. They were in that message to his mother. "I feel like I've been kidnapped. I can't take this anymore." And maybe that's the most haunting part, because even as he begged for help, the world didn't see a son, a human being. They saw content, entertainment, a show. So who killed Gene Pelmanov? The bullies at his side? The platform that enabled it? Or the thousands who laughed, paid, and pushed him to his death? Maybe the answer is all of them. Maybe the answer is us. Because every time we turn suffering into spectacle, we step closer to becoming killers too. In the early 1800s, in the quiet farmland of Tennessee, the Bell family thought they were safe. Their days were filled with work in the fields, their nights with prayer and rest. But one evening, soft knocking echoed across the walls of their log cabin. At first, they dismissed it as wind or animals. But soon, the sounds grew louder. Knocking turned into scratching, scratching into thuds, and thuds into whispers that no one could explain. Then came the voice, a chilling, disembodied voice that introduced itself with a promise. "I am the witch, and I will destroy you." The family lived in terror. Objects flew across rooms. Chairs slid on their own. Doors slammed with no one near them. At night, footsteps circled their beds. Invisible hands tugged at the blankets while the children cried in fear. The witch didn't just torment them physically. She taunted them, mimicking voices, laughing cruelly, whispering their secrets out loud. John Bell, the head of the family, became the main target. He grew mysteriously ill. His face twisted in pain, his body convulsed, and doctors had no answers. Neighbors were invited to witness the phenomenon, and many swore they heard the same ghostly voice echoing through the air, mocking John, vowing to end his life. One day, John collapsed, unable to speak. Beside his bed, the family discovered a strange black vial of liquid. No one knew where it had come from. When a small dose was given to the family's cat, the animal instantly died. The meaning was clear. Someone or something had poisoned him. On December 20th, 1820, John Bell took his final breath. And in that very moment, the same voice rang out through the house, laughing victorious. "Now he belongs to me." The story of the bell which spread quickly, becoming one of the most famous hauntings in American history. Even President Andrew Jackson, upon hearing of the witch, reportedly visited the Bell property and fled in fear after only one night, claiming he had heard the voice himself. To this day, visitors to the old Bell land, especially the infamous Bell Witch Cave, swear they hear screams in the darkness, whispers that call their name, and shadows that dart just out of sight. Some leave convinced that the witch never left, that she still roams the land, waiting for her next victim. But what really happened to the Bell family? Was it truly a supernatural witch, fueled by vengeance? Or could it have been hysteria, fear so powerful that it created monsters out of shadows and death out of belief? The truth remains buried in time. But one thing is certain. If you ever walk the Tennessee fields at night, when the wind is still and silence covers the land, you may hear a voice whisper in the dark, "I am the witch, and I will destroy you." 3 stories, 3 horrors, but only one question for you. Who was really responsible for Gene Palmanov's death, the bullies beside him or the thousands who paid to watch? Was the Bell Witch a true haunting, or the power of fear itself? And the Ozark family, was it only science, or something supernatural hidden in their blood? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. The best ones will be featured in the next video. And if these dark tales sent shivers down your spine, make sure to subscribe, because the next story we uncover will be even more disturbing than this one.